we're showing you the best of Season 1, like building a Suzuki ATV right here in the good old US of A. We chat with 2012 Grand National Dirt Track champ Jared Mees. We take you to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for an inside look at the 5-year-old Harley-Davidson Museum and are very impressed. We ride Kawasaki's Brute Force on the trails of the Hatfield-McCoy system with guest rider Jeff White. And take the mystery out of tire talk. All that right now in Greg's Garage, best of Season 1. Hello everyone and welcome to the show. I'm your host Greg White, and it's Season 2 of Greg's Garage, and we're a power sports lifestyle show bringing you some hopefully entertaining and informative stories about motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, watercraft, scooters, snowmobiles, and more from all around the world. Now this show is about giving you a taste of what we were up to in 2013. With 20 shows and about 138 original segments of video, we picked a sample of 5. We get started with a trip that I took to Rome, Georgia to get my hands dirty and build something special. This is the time when we take you out of Greg's Garage and to someplace different. This time, Rome, Georgia, and Suzuki Manufacturing of America Corporation, or what we call SMAC. This is where the King Quad 750, 500, and 400s are made and then shipped all over the world. We're going to tell you how these ATVs are made, manufactured, and then this boy is going to get his fingers dirty, and I'm going to get in there and make an ATV that you can buy right here in the United States, maybe. Or maybe you don't want to, I don't know. But we're going to be working right here in Station 2, and then we're going to be working all the way down the line to Station 24. All right, but don't worry everyone, they are quality checked. All right, let's check it out. Now before we get into that, let me take you back in time to the day before. I had a quick orientation that outlined what SMAC was all about. That got me up to speed on all the safety things I needed to know. Then up early to get the day rolling. There are plenty of things that happen before the assembly process begins, like manufacturing the foundation of all ATVs. After the frame is manufactured right here on site, it's powder coated, the wiring harness gets put on, and then it goes to station number 1 where they etch in the VIN number. Once the VIN number is done, the ATV is born. And as it rolls down from station to station, it starts to take form. In station number 1, you have substations just off to the side. So the handlebar and steering assembly is put together. That's grabbed and put onto the frame. And then you have the front suspension. That's where I got to work. I got to put the steering assembly on and the front suspension. Work with a couple great guys, and we got some ATVs assembled. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got it. I didn't line it up with the thing.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, so this next.
Temporary bolt?
Temporary bolt comes out. Do you see the white box above my head hanging from the ceiling? That's all part of the quality control process. That box receives information about the clearly defined and outlined assembly steps for each station. On the torque wrench, there's a transmitter box that will tell the system if, number 1, the step has been completed, number 2, if the torque spec was done correctly.
Plan is to get you going so I can take a break. That's what I'm going for anyway.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Angle it that way.
Yeah, you go. And see, when you get it in there, it kind of sits down.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to pick this guy up.
Yeah.
Line him up like that. This guy goes in the back. There, you and Victor are going to teamwork it. Run that one down.
Ready? Good. Now the line keeps moving and waits for no man or woman. You've got to keep your pace up and don't miss bolts like I was doing. If your process is not recorded, the line will stop until it's complete. And there's a warning when it's coming. More on that later. But safe to say, the clock is always ticking and it's always being quality checked. Are they facing you?
They could be. They could be facing the other way. Just use the other line. Like that. Then you go back with your white dot and you white dot everything you just done. Like so. Then you start all over again. So fast forward to station number 7. We left you off down at 2. And so from
2, you have the rear suspension that goes on. And then as you start to get down the line, the radiator goes on, the shocks go on, and then, well, the heart of the matter, the engine goes in. So this engine is actually assembled somewhere else. But you know, one of the things that's pretty interesting is how this ATV starts to take shape. And when you listen to all the parts and where they come from, 50% of the parts on these ATVs are made right here in the United States, in states like Kentucky and Illinois, South Carolina, right here in Georgia. So you really start to get to the impression that when you, the consumer, buys an ATV, you're really putting food on a lot of tables around the United States.